Okay, this is so funny. This is amusing to me. It actually kind of, I'm kind of helps me relax a little bit because it just. But I hate to patronize anybody, but I have to point this out. It's just so ironic. Now he's talking about. I think he's trying to defend the immortality of the soul. He must be Lutheran, and this is funny. So he went to this foot washing thing at an Adventist church for some reason, and he's telling us how we're doing foot washing wrong or whatever. It's just like, to me, it's just silly. But he's talking about the immortality of the soul, and he's critiquing the fact that the immortality of the soul is. He seems to suggest, obviously, that he agrees with it, but he doesn't really say, at least not yet. But he's talking about, the Adventists are wrong about their view on death, and he's kind of critiquing it. And then he's talking about visiting foot washing at an Adventist church because he's been writing an article on it. And then he gets a thing or a notification or an invitation, or he finds out they're going to be doing a foot washing or something at the local Adventist church. So he, goes to check it out, and that's what he's talking about. So here, I'll let him continue, and then I'll point something funny out that's funny to me.
A gentleman behind me said something, and he referenced the lady, and he referenced her by saying, "Your wife," and he's saying this to the teacher, said this. And I went, "Oh, okay, I see. That's his wife." And then you know what she said about 10 minutes after that? They were talking about immortality of the soul this time. And she mentioned that she's a teacher at a Lutheran school. And I heard that and I went, oh, I said, I'm thinking, do you hear that? Hear that noise? That's Martin Luther rolling over in his grave. You got a Seventh-day Adventist, a heretic in a Lutheran school teaching. I thought, wow, that's amazing. So Seventh-day Adventist teaching in a Lutheran school. Yeah, beware of sending your kids to Christian schools.
Yeah, they might teach stuff like the Adventists, like what Martin Luther actually believed. He's talking about the immortal soul. It's like, dude, yeah, of course they brought up Luther. He agrees with us, not your Lutheran catechism today. They don't agree with Martin Luther on this. And he said it was like a Roman decree. It was like the immortality of the, I forget, I don't have the quote in front of me. I was looking for it, but he said something. How does it go? He says, the immortality of the soul is one of the vestiges of that belong in the dunghill of doctrines from the Roman decretals. So, yeah, God forbid one of those heretic Adventists. So he it's just rhetoric. Like, what do you think salvation is, dude? Believing the Bible perfectly? I mean, geez. There's so much bigger fish to fry than doing the damage of calling faithful Christians who have better theology than you and bickering about it and saying they're not saved for it. It's really quite disgusting. Get a job.